Hey, everybody, my name is Travis Fritz from Old Nation Brewing Company, and I'm here with you today to talk a little bit about a beer that is really near and dear to my heart, and I hope you all really get a chance to try and enjoy in the next 2 months or so while we'll be making it, and that is the Detroit Dwarf. The Detroit Dwarf is an alt beer. Alt beer is a style of beer from the northwestern side of Germany in a town called Dusseldorf. The thing that differentiates it from other German beers is that it's actually using an ale yeast, so not a lager yeast like a Pilsner would, or other beers of that nature, which are common in Germany, but a very old style of ale yeast that also, like a lager yeast, ferments at lower temperatures. So it's a little bit of a confusing beer, but amber in color, a lot of deep sort of caramel and baking notes, some nuttiness to it as well. But still really drinkable. None of those really way too heavy on the palate. Bitterness really just a bit beyond a balancing bitterness. So there is some bitterness there, but it absolutely goes with the kind of sweeter, as I said, breadier sort of notes that are coming from the malt. And then a really subtle, what we call a noble hop nose. So it's a little bit spicy in the way that kind of black pepper is spicy. In the nose, but not necessarily a black pepper aroma. Lots of subtlety, lots of nuance. It really smells like German hops more than anything at all. A really balanced beer, well built, I think, because I've been brewing this particular beer, the Detroit Dwarf, since 2003. It's won a few Great American Beer Festival medals. It's won a World Beer Cup in its history. And there's not been a place that I've worked for the last 20 years this year that I haven't made the Detroit Dwarf. So certainly the beer I've been making the longest, the most awarded beer I've ever made, and a favorite of the brewers here at Old Nation. We make it in our pub all the time and wanted to bring it to you all so that you can share in it with us. A traditional beer, a drinking beer, the kind of beer brewers really like, and I hope you do too. Thanks a lot.